Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Aries TV 33. It is your lovely, wonderful electric host, Marley Nadine. So I'm going to go through the elements in the charts and the signs that are in the elements and what the functions for each element are. So I'm going to start with water. Water governs over our emotions. This represents the conscious and the subconscious of our thoughts and whatever. So water elements seek to heal and nurture anything that they come across. They need serenity and calmness to feel at peace. And if not, they can tend to be overly moody and judgmental and sensitive at times. At their worst, they can be possessive of loved ones, have a really cold attitude, where it's kind of just like no emotions whatsoever, or be like overly kind of naggy and kind of like mirroring their like issues that they don't want to deal with on you, and kind of like being like a bit of a bully. Like water signs can be a bit of a bully. And at times, like, they lack motivation, but all of us, when we get really down, we can lack motivation. So the water signs are Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Then we're going to go with the fire signs. The fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This has to do with intuition and creativity. These represents the life force within us. Fire elements are self-expressive, they're creative, courageous, and enthusiastic. Fire brings a sense of security and warmth. So along with inspirations also, because like you can never look at a fire and not kind of be awed by it, kind of just looking at it, kind of like feeling its energy and taking it in and like becoming more full and whole from that energy. I'm a fire sign, so I'm like, ugh. But seriously, like, people gravitate towards me all the time and they just want to be around me, and I want to be around Aries, and I want to be around Leo, and I want to be around other Sagittariuses. And then when I see people that are super outgoing and I'm drawn to them, I just know that they're a fire sign. I'm like, what's your sign? And then they're like, oh, I'm Sagittarius. Like, I knew it. That's just how it goes. So anyways, let me just stop riding on the fire train and keep it going. So they come across as radiant and confident. Fire elements light the path to achieve their goals. You know what I mean? As different from water signs, they go based off of how they feel about it. Fire signs just like go for what they want and kind of just like flame their path on fire. At their worst, they can be like assertive and really aggressive, and in their own way like bullies too, but really in a way that's like almost scary. Like you would be scared like if a fire sign gets aggressive with you. They're reckless, sometimes they're tactless, and they lose interest really quickly if they're not stimulated by whatever it is that you're trying to sell them, tell them, keep them interested in, whatever. If they're not stimulated, then that's just it. And also, fire signs can be very egotistical, and they can be very entitled. You know what I mean? Like, I know this, I know that, like overconfident. You know what I mean? Okay, so now we're going to move on to the earth signs. So earth signs represent stability and material, I guess, gratification is what I would say. These are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. These are practical signs. They're realistic. They're all about material possessions. They base their goals off of what they materially have, which is a good thing. Earth elements are patient, they're reliable, they're stable, and they're strong. They seek practical solutions to problems that arise. And staying grounded in decision making by outweighing like the pros and cons of each situation, not really just like jumping into something. They will literally outweigh the pros and cons to know the best, you know, solution at the end of whatever it is that they're looking for. Now, they can be pretty difficult to move, like, because they're unmovable. Like, all these signs is Taurus, Cap, Virgo. Virgo's like the sensitive one, but Taurus and Cap, those are two bullheaded people. And they can be quite stubborn and grouchy, pessimistic, reluctant to take risk. You know, and they can be like too attached, too possessive, materialistic, and miss the big picture a lot of the times. But that's at their worst. Like, earth signs are, like I said, very stable, very dependable, very reliable, just really good people and caring people. Like, the only thing I would say about the earth signs is that they have to remember to pour as much into themselves as they pour into other people, because then they'll get drained and feel like empty. So last, but definitely not least, we have the air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This governs thought. So air signs represent the realm of intellect. Air signs are inventive, original, and they are versatile. They love expression. It's something that's super important to them, to express themselves. The difference between air signs is, like, air expresses love with their ability to communicate. And a lot of the times, like, they love a lot of things and they miscommunicate a lot of the time. So most of the times, like, the water signs are misunderstood. Maybe not Libra as much as Aquarius and Gemini, because Libra is governed by Venus, which gives people an alluring, attracting, like, sense to those people, to Libra people. You know, they also are the kind of people that are open and receptive to other people's ideas, other people's thoughts, other people's concepts. They just like hearing other people's sides of, like, you know, how they think about stuff and what their take is on stuff. At their worst, they can lack emotion. They can become really depressed, and their thoughts can become chaotic and unorganized. And as people, we have to have, like, a chain of thought, them governing thought. Like, if their thoughts are out of whack, then they're just saying, like, just the most random things. Like, they're just shooting out their thoughts, and their thoughts are not really collected or selected in any specific way or anything like that. So, yeah, thank you for tuning in. That was the 4 elements. And if you haven't already heard, I started a new website. It's called ariashealing.biz. You can go to the site, book a reading with me, book a Reiki session with me, and also just check out the blog where I have a bunch of different metaphysical information on there. So I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you for your time. And baby's looking a little hefty, but that's all right. So see you guys later, and thank you for tuning in.